All right, bro. So today we'll talk about the basics since this is like the first session, right? So we'll just talk
Yes.
about the basics and what we most likely are looking for and will do. So we are trading US 30, okay? US 30 is something which I'm trading actively. I used to trade a lot of Euro USD. I used to trade a lot of like all different pairs altogether. But since I'm trading US 30, my win rate has improved and all of those things have also uh, came into a positive way. So that's
Do
the
you,
reason
do you
like
invest in
why
crypto, bro?
yeah, I used to, but some of those coins are just on hold right now because I'm not like actively doing it because all the crypto market is just down, bro.
Yes, bro. I
Everything's
I
just down.
invested 1.5 lakhs in 2020.
Sorry.
It's I invested 1.5 lakhs in 2020.
Oh, okay, nice.
It
I
went up to 10 lakh. It went up to 10 lakh. After that, it went back to 1.5 lakhs. It's
Oh, damn. Well, nice, bro. I also invested 2020 November time, and that was like the peak time where everything was booming. So I invested
yes.
during that time, and then I saw like in the month of Jan, in the
Mm,
month of like March, everything was like just going up and up. So I took out some profits, but also at the same time I kept some more in. But
yes.
it's just sideways and downwards right now. But anyways, I don't care about it anymore. What I care about is what I'm doing right now, which is US 30 intraday. So let's start with
Okay.
the first topic. The first topic pretty much is the so if I ask you, what's like the style which you used to trade with?
I don't. I don't have any trade plan, brother. Yet.
Okay,
I know what is a breakup, what is chalk, what is security. I know I applied everything, but I don't get consistency. I didn't
okay,
get
okay,
consistency.
okay. All right, perfect. So the first topic we'll try to study for today
Okay, brother.
will be market structure. Okay, because market structure is something which we use and is going to be very helpful for us. But before that, bro, before starting the market structure, are you familiar with using support and resistance?
Initially, brother, after
Okay,
getting to
fine.
SMC, I completely avoided it.
Okay, fine. That's good. That's good. So I know that you know what, like SMC traders would always underestimate support resistance on all these basic things, but support resistance is actually very powerful, and the reason being for it to be powerful is because if you see, bro, if you just see it by your own eyes, you'll see that okay, why did this region hold so much? Why? Like there was something, right? Exactly, and that's the
Lot
reason
of
why it
orders.
was. Yeah, a lot of orders, right? And average of them is can be used as support resistance. Like even over here, look, even over here, if we see there is like a lot of what you call that, a lot of rejections on
Reaction.
this area. So that's the reason why it was holding so much. Again, over here, if you see this was like one of the a good level where the prices were holding so tight. And always, whenever you are on these key levels, you'll always be able to find good trades. So you shouldn't underestimate the power of support and resistance, because I know it's very basic, but most of the times whenever we are trading SMC, we ignore the fact that this is very powerful. Okay. And
Okay. It is any
support
criteria to
resistance.
mark it?
Sorry,
Any criteria to mark support and resistance?
I'm not getting you, bro.
Do you hear me?
Yeah.
Any criteria, brother, to mark support and resistance?
Okay.
Do
I'll
you
tell
have?
you about that. I'll tell you about that. Yes. I'll tell you about that. So the criteria number one is that any area which has more than 3 touches, and any area which is looking like a strong level, like for example this. So just go on the line chart. That's like the first rule. Just go on the line chart. Wherever you see the most trading activity being happening, meaning wherever you see most of the touches being, happening, that's like one of the first rule where you mark out your support and resistance. Like for example, these three areas. These three areas are one of the most important areas. And again, you can obviously, mark out key levels such as this, okay, such as this. If you see that, because see, what's happening is first touch, second touch, third touch over here, bounced back, came down. There was again reactions happening over here. And that's the reason why that level is so important. Okay. And that's the reason why the price, if price does come once again to that level, it most likely will react. See again over here. So whenever you have these areas and whenever you have, order blocks along with it, that's going to be a powerful combination. That's always going to be a powerful combination. For example, look at the overall market structure right now. Okay. I know it is very, very, very bearish based on the daily now. And more than likely that's going to be broken to just today. It's going to be taken out today. But since you know that, okay, fine, you know what? There is this structure, which is the higher low, and there is this like, support resistance areas. You can obviously find out some sort of rejections during that area. So if you look at the hourly time frame, you'll see that, okay, fine. You know what? There is a support resistance and there is like OB along with it. Okay, there is like the OB along with it. So that's like a powerful combination most of the times. Okay, that's going to be a very powerful combination most of the time. For example, look at this one. So this was your support resistance. Okay, this was like a resistance for prices. Okay, and look what happened. This wick which you see is nothing but the order block, and then you would have got this sell. So there is like always strong confluences being played out when you trade along with support and resistance, because at the end, that's happening for a reason.
Okay.
And we are not marking out. So for example, if I am to prove that, okay, support resistance works, let's draw something from the left. Okay, most examples would be from left to right? So let's see. From from right to left. So see, a lot of touches being happening at this area.
Yes.
So if we just go back and let's see what's happening exactly over there, we'll find out something. So see, there was activity being happening there as well. See, there was activity being happening there as well. So multiple touches at that area. See, bounced again. Again, look here. Bounced here, bounced. So that's the reason why it is so important. And most of the times we tend to ignore it because we think it's very basic and doesn't work. But in reality, support resistance will give you a lot of like clarity. Once you add support resistance along with structure, along with order flow, along with, let's say HTF direction. Okay, HTF direction. And once you also add like order blocks along with it, that's going to be very powerful, bro. Okay, and then you can rely on your zone so precisely that, okay, fine, you know what, you actually know what you're doing now. So since I don't believe it's going to be holding, because see what's happened on the daily is, as you know, that like this is tested and now closed as a wick, most likely is going to be taken out, but you get the idea, right? So the first rule of this will be obviously marking out areas on the hourly time frame. So look at this, for example, this over here. Okay, this over here is very key. Okay, so it's like a good level of support and resistance. So this is what we actually will be doing. So first we need to be drawing out the immediate areas of support resistance. We don't care about what's happening over here, because for the price to come here, it has to clear out this first. So we care about this more. Okay. So that's the reason why we care about this more, because that's like the immediate level of support or resistance. Okay, that's like the immediate level of support or resistance. So now that you see that, okay, the fine, like, based on the lower time frames, now the price has been rejecting it. So the hourly is holding, and along with that you have like the order block, you have the sell to buy range, all these things come into play. So for example, once again here as well, so whenever you have support resistance along with what you call that, whenever you have support resistances along with good areas of structure and a good order block, that's going to be a powerful combination. Okay, that's going to be a powerful combination. So that's pretty much what we would do first. So since you know that now, and you will obviously be able to draw it, because I'm sure that once you started trading, you were familiar with support, resistance, and all these things. So it's very easy to draw because we already know about it, right?
But the problem is we can draw randomly.
So for example, look, now we have a lot of support resistances on the chart, like a lot. Like if I am to draw support resistance, I can draw over here, 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 I can draw over here. There's like a lot of areas we can draw support resistances on. Okay, but
Yes,
we
sir.
just care about the main ones. We care about the main ones. Like, okay, fine, this is very important. This is very important. So you see where the price has rejected the area a lot of times. So in this overall chart, this high and this low is the area where prices have rejected it so many times. Plus on top of that, if we need to find something in the middle, you'll obviously find out something. So look at this. So average is this, because the price has rejected it a lot of times. Okay, the price has rejected this area a lot of times. So that's very important now. And also this area becomes very important because it's like the immediate level of resistance for us. Okay.
Yes.
So this is how you mark out your zones. So I hope this is clear.
Yes, brother.
All right, perfect.
Once I start trading, I will.
Sure, man. Sure, bro. So that's very important. And support resistances will be on every time frame, just not on the hourly or something of that sort. It will be most likely on every time frame you see. Okay, just not the hourly. You can draw them on the 30 minutes as well, 15 minutes as well. Depends where you're trading.
But we will use only 1 hour.
Sorry?
But we will use only 1 hour, bro.
Yeah, 1 hour time frame, because 1 hour will be the strong areas of support resistance, right?
Okay.
1 hour will tell you the strong levels, because 1 hour is very important. So see, now what happened is that we broke the overall structure, which was the 4-hour structure.
Okay.
That's been broken. So expect sells to come into play, long-term sells to come into play. Okay.
Okay. We consider wick or body, brother.
Body, bro. Body is very important, because body will give you like the accurate analysis, accurate like closes, because most likely wicks are just manipulation. Most likely wicks are just sort of like manipulations, and they sometimes just trick you.
Okay, brother.
They just trick you, bro, sometimes.
Okay.
So that's something which we will be using. And on top of that, you just need to practice and see where the key levels are. So for example, when you see this chart, 4-hour chart, okay, so you can see, okay, fine, the prices was rejecting this area a lot of times. Once again, this area a lot of times.